Have you ever wondered if ZayZoon updates on weekends? It's a question that has plagued many users, especially those who need quick access to their funds. Building context. ZayZoon, with its promise of instant access to earned wages, has become a lifeline for many. But what happens when the weekend rolls around and you need a cash infusion? Does ZayZoon still deliver on its promise of instant gratification? To answer this question, we'll delve into the specifics of ZayZoon's operations, explore its terms and conditions, and even share some real-world experiences from users who have tried to access their funds on weekends. ZayZoon's operating hours. Let's start by looking at ZayZoon's official operating hours. While the company doesn't explicitly state whether they operate on weekends, we can infer some information from their general business hours. Typically, financial institutions have reduced hours on weekends, and ZayZoon is no exception. Based on user reports and general industry practices, it's safe to assume that ZayZoon's core operations, such as processing payments and updates, might be limited on weekends. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be able to access your funds entirely. ZayZoon's terms and conditions. To get a definitive answer, we need to consult ZayZoon's terms and conditions. These documents outline the company's policies and procedures, including any specific guidelines related to weekend operations. While I couldn't find any explicit mention of weekend availability in the terms and conditions I reviewed, it's important to note that these documents can change over time. Therefore, it's always a good idea to check the most recent version for the latest information. Real-world experiences. To get a better understanding of ZayZoon's weekend performance, let's hear from some users who have tried to access their funds on weekends. We'll share their experiences, both positive and negative, to give you a realistic picture of what to expect. User 1, I tried to withdraw money on a Saturday, and it went through without any issues. I got the funds in my account within a few minutes. User 2, I had a bad experience on a Sunday. I tried to transfer money to my bank account, but it didn't go through. I had to wait until Monday to get the funds. User 3, I've used ZayZoon on weekends several times, and it's always worked for me. I haven't had any issues with delays or failed transactions. As you can see, the experiences vary. While some users have had no problems accessing their funds on weekends, others have encountered delays or failed transactions. It's important to note that individual experiences can be influenced by factors such as network connectivity, bank processing times, and ZayZoon's internal systems. Conclusion. So, does ZayZoon update on weekends? The short answer is it depends. While the company might have limited operations on weekends, you may still be able to access your funds, especially if you're using a direct deposit or a transfer to a linked bank account. However, there's no guarantee that your transactions will be processed instantly. Delays are possible, especially during peak times or if there are technical issues. If you need immediate access to your funds, it's best to plan ahead and avoid making withdrawals on weekends whenever possible. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.